I've got an idea, and at the moment it's a little idea, which I'm hoping is going to grow into a much bigger idea. And it's to help solve a problem for a group in our community, a significant group. And this is a group that is less happy than the rest of the population. They are really struggling to manage their work and their home responsibilities. And they also are targeted. They're often told about what they should and shouldn't be doing, and mistakes can make headlines. So who are these people? They're actually parents. And the clicker's not there we go. They're parents. And I hope I'm not going to scare anyone who is not yet a parent in this audience, because I must say, highly recommend becoming a parent. But there's a problem, because these are the people who are raising the next generation. And this is a generation that's been accused of being too fat, as we've just heard from Caroline, being too rude and insolent, and also spending far too much time in front of screens. Now, I don't know how we can expect our kids to be happy and healthy if we as parents are not happy and healthy ourselves. And because the thing about kids is they're not always listening to their parents. Anyone who's a parent will know that. It's a major frustration. But what they are doing is that they are watching. They're watching us as parents. So what are they actually seeing? Are they seeing how to work really hard or how to work smart? Are they seeing how to live a stressed out, unhappy life, or how to live a really happy and well life? Are they seeing how to survive, just get by, or how to really thrive? And I think there's a problem, because I actually see far too many parents who are just getting by, who are just surviving, and there's too few parents who are really, really thriving. So I'm on a mission. And I think something needs to change. And what needs to change, I think, are parents' beliefs about themselves. And if there's one thing that psychology knows, is that our thinking and our beliefs drive the way we feel, and they drive the way we behave. So if we want to actually change the way we feel and the way we behave, we need to actually change the way we think. We need to change our beliefs. So this is my idea. I want to launch a manifesto for parents, a Wellbeing Manifesto, a set of beliefs to help parents live and love that little bit better than they currently are. And so what I did is I thought about what kind of belief statements I would put in a manifesto for myself. I've got a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. And my story is that about 7 years ago, I was living in Sydney, and I'd had a successful career in psychology, management consulting and academic research, and then I had a baby. And my life changed dramatically, as it does. And I had a pretty good setup with my work, because I was in a part-time role, I could work from home, it was really flexible, so it was a great setup. But then one day I was driving to pick up my husband from work, and he was driving us back across town. And he asked me a really simple question: how's your day? And I burst into tears and could not stop crying. And it's then that I realised that I'd been coping. I'd been getting by, I'd been doing okay, but it didn't actually take very much to go from coping to not coping. And as I said, I see far too many parents who are out there coping, just getting by. There's not enough who are thriving. So what I did was come up with 5 statements that I want in my manifesto, that statements and beliefs that I want to live by as a parent. And the first one is: my children transform me. They test and force me to become a better person. I'm up for the challenge. That change from person to parent is monumental, huge. And we often have expectations about what it's going to be like when we become a parent. And often those expectations don't very readily match reality. And the parents that actually change their expectations to better match reality do better. And the other thing is that kids are here to test us. That's their job. They do it every single day in everything that they do. And it's up to us to become better people, to be able to parent them and raise them the way we want to. So this first belief is all about acknowledging those challenges because they're real, but it's also about saying we're up for the challenge, we can take this on. The second one, it's not about being the best parent, it's about enjoying the best that being a parent has to offer. There's so much stuff targeted at parents about what they shouldn't and shouldn't be doing, and we just heard a little bit more from Caroline. And it's often about what's best for the kids, what's best for the children, what do we as parents need to be doing to raise kids in the best way we can. But I think that parenting confidence and parenting instinct is being replaced by parenting information overload. There's so much information out there. It's conflicting, it's contradictory, and it undermines your confidence as a parent. And so in this belief statement, I wanted to acknowledge that confident parents raise confident kids. And that to also, okay, we talked about the challenges, they're real, but also there's incredibly amazing things that you get out of being a parent. And I want to acknowledge those too. There's so many moments to enjoy. So that's what the second one's all about. The third one, it's not about having the best child, it's about helping children enjoy the best of life. There's competition out there amongst parents, and the yardstick are the kids. Whose child slept through the night? Whose child is walking first, talking first? Who's doing better at school? As though our kids are a measure of our competence as parents. It's not about raising the best children or the most successful children. I believe our job as parents is to raise kids to enjoy the best of life, to live a good life, to give them the skills to live a good life, and to also be resilient enough to bounce back from all the inevitable setbacks in life, because you can't buffer kids from the challenges and the difficulties. You can't. But you can give them the skills to manage that the best they can. So it's not about having the best, most successful child, it's about giving them the skills to enjoy the best of life. The fourth one, there's no one right way to parent. There's only my way, done with confidence, love and care. All those shoulds and shouldn'ts that get targeted at parents, it's almost like, you know, there is a right, it sets up this expectation that there is a right way to do this, and there isn't. Here I am standing in a science institute, but parenting is not a science, not even remotely close to it. It's probably a bit of art, a bit of science, it's a bit all mixed up together. And there's certainly not one right way. There are similarities amongst parents, because we're all out there trying to do the best we can, but there are differences as well, because we all have our own personal histories, we all have our own characters and our own lifestyles, and our kids are all different too. So it's not about getting it right all the time, because that's not going to happen. It's more about that intention of doing it with confidence, love and care. And the last one. As I said, I've got a 5 and a 7-year-old. And in my more enlightened moments, I acknowledge what an incredible privilege it is to be a parent, which is why I highly recommend it, despite everything else I've said. It is a privilege. I have seen my children grow from as tiny little babies into toddlers, into preschoolers, into school-age kids and beyond. And it is amazing to witness, it really is, and to have an influence. So, and I think what happens is that we can often get stuck in the daily grind, the daily demands of family life, which are real and challenging. And every so often we just need to lift our sights up to see that bigger picture. And what that does is that it alleviates some of those challenges. We lift our sights and we realise what incredible privilege it is to be a parent. So that's my idea. I want to launch this idea of a manifesto for parents, and I've talked to you about my belief statements, but I don't want to impose my beliefs on every other parent. I actually want parents to come up with their own manifesto, their own set of beliefs that they want to live by, so that they can be the parents and the people that they want to be, raising their kids in the way they want to. And I also think it'd be great if parents were happy to share these with each other, because oftentimes we think we're the only ones experiencing what we are experiencing, but there's many of us who are. So I'm hoping, this is my little idea, which I'm hoping through the power of social media is going to grow into a much bigger idea. And so that we can have that next generation, those kids, being raised by happy and healthy parents, and so that parents can be raising happy and healthy kids. Thank you.